Okay, good morning. It is, check it again, Monday, April 27, 2026. We are at a nice place, a favorite place, the PRT station in Library, Pennsylvania. I was here once before this year. I went towards the left to the Library Viaduct. Today I'm going to go to the right. It is Monday. It's about 65 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm wearing shorts and a short sleeve shirt. It's going to be in the 70s today. And here's all these beams here they've had. Last year they had some over here, and this year now they have these over here. I don't know what they're going to do with these. Now here's where you have to watch where you walk, because people take their dogs out on the trail and they get them all prepared to go home by taking the last little visit here. You don't know what you're going to step in. Alright, let's just take a look at this sign real quick. We know this. We've seen it many times before. Montour Trail. There's mile marker 36. Alright, so we're going to head towards the right. Down on Brownsville Road. Brownsville Road is to the right over there. This is a nice day. It's kind of windy and kind of chilly. This is the part that's not too scenic. It's just like wide open. Townhomes over there. Big wide open field over here. It gets scenic though, coming up. Hi. This is the part here, and then further down where they put this more powdery kind of crushed limestone. And it gets real dusty and I don't know, just it's not too great. Hi. Alright, so here's that Summit Station. Cool little footbridge they put here when they built this place. I hope it gets a little warmer quickly, because this wind is making it really, really chilly, being it's only like 65 degrees. Look at those ducks flying over there. Huh. Cool. Figured I better get out here today. I walked last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Saturday, an outdoor trail. Saturday and Sunday were not good weather days for trail walking. Montour. Okay, anyway, I've seen that sign 100 times. Did do some mall walking indoors, but that's a poor substitute for this. Today's a good day. Tomorrow and Wednesday are probably going to be raining and colder. Oh yeah, and then the whole week is going to be cooled. Cooler or cold, whatever you want to call it. It's not good for outdoors. So I better get out here now, because then you're going to have a whole week where you have to wait, do the indoor stuff. It sucks. It's like that every year, man. The spring and the fall are pretty much the same in regards to finding good days to walk outdoors. Good weather days, that is. So here's this wide open section. This trail has that more powdery crushed limestone. Not the greatest in the world. It's not too bad though. This looks a little better than it used to. There's no shade here at all. Tree lines coming up. So let's see, the last time I was on this section, I was at the PRT station earlier this year, like in March, mid-March roughly, but I went the other direction. So last time I was here on this section was last October, I believe, 2025. Something like October 3rd, somewhere around there. Oh, I got a bird sitting right there. As soon as I was grabbing for my other alternate camera here, he flew away. This is a real interesting portion of the trail. Usually when I'm walking on this section, it's like in the summer, or that last fall, that was October, that was pretty warm. It'll be like in the 80s, and it gets pretty nasty here because there's no shade. It's just like baking in the sun, dragging. All these sewer lines everywhere throughout here. Got the pile of rocks there and here. I guess there's a drain underneath this. There's another one over here. So there, and then to the right. It looks pretty damp over there. Oh yeah, I see it. You don't want to... Oh, what the hell kind of bug was that? That looked like a praying mantis or something. Man, that was a big thing. I don't know where it went underneath those rocks. Anyway, you don't want to walk in that. Right there. It's like a little swamp that goes all the way down. What do you see? I saw a praying mantis or something. It went underneath the rocks. I don't know. Whatever.
I love seeing a praying mantis.
Me too.
He comes out.
Yeah. See ya. All right, let's get moving. Guys, what did you see? I found gold. There's gold under them rocks. There's gold in them under them there rocks. I get to see my starting on my collar. My collar. Okay. One time I saw a deer over here. It was probably like a 2024. First time I came down here was in 2024. And there was a section when you get to Wood Street that wasn't open yet. You'd have to go out onto Brownsville Road over here, which is kind of a nightmare. Then in the summer of 24, they opened this up. We finished off this connector. Connects Wood Street to Stewart. Praying Mantis by Don Dixon. Love that song. What was that, like 1986 or 87? That's a great song, man. Praying Mantis. Don Dixon. That's kind of interesting right there. Cattail, one cattail by itself. Alright, so this is at Wood Street. When I first started coming here, you couldn't do anything. You have to just go over there to Brownsville Road if you wanted to get to Stewart. Then they built this connector, 36.5 mile marker. Some nice rocks down here in the water. There's some deep water right there. Now this is the newest section of the trail right here. And this is the one that they put this down originally. It was like so thick and soft and powdery. It was real dusty and I didn't like it. This isn't too bad right now. You can just take a quick look at these rocks down in the water. Let's go down here further. There's some nice flat rock. I call it the Brownsville waterfalls. The waterfalls of Brownsville. There we go. There it is. Let's get a shot of that. Oh yeah. Alright, so we're talking about Wood Street over there. Brownsville Road is up there. And then here's this. Oh, there's a snake going in that water. I just saw it. Yeah, I just saw it go down over this little waterfall. A snake in the wall. There it is. Let's see if you can blow that up. What's going on? I can't blow this up. Oh, I missed it. It froze. My screen froze and I couldn't blow it up. Anyway. That snake. I don't know where the hell that snake is now. But anyway, look at these cool waterfalls. Ew. Nice flat rock before the waterfalls. Nice. There we go. See that? Waterfalls. Alright. That snake is down there. Hi. You're walking along and all of a sudden there's this gigantic sewer line right here. Wow, look at that. I guess the water gets pretty high here during the wet season. The floods. The floods of Brownsville. I think I remember seeing some fish down in here one time. That's pretty scenic right down in there. Look at all those rocks down there, flat rocks. Fell off the hillside. Let's get a shot of that. Like right there. Okay, so there's all that water, and then all of a sudden there's a nice bedrock type thing. It's all come down, and there's all this flat rock throughout the whole place. Down there's a lot of it. Interesting. There's that Stewart Road. There's a cool little bridge it has over the water. There's a bridge that they put up for the trail. So there's a sign that says Montour Trail, Wood Street to Stewart Street, Stewart Road, South Park Township. This watch is complaining. End your workout? No thank you. Dismiss. Taking too many pauses here. Alright, this is Stewart Road. Brownsville goes to the right. This is kind of muddy right there. Alright, let's check out this sign. Stewart Road. So Brownsville Road extension is 0.8 to the left. Valley Brook Road 6.3. That's where I was going to go today. So it says 6.3 Valley Brook. There was a there's that trailhead right there at Route 19 in Valley Brook. The only way I'll ever park there is if I can get that one end spot. And so I drove by there today. I said, if I get the end spot, I'm taking it. Then I'll go down to the Greer Tunnel. Unfortunately, that spot was taken, so I said, well, I'm not doing that. It's real scenic over here. Now, we should be seeing some kind of construction, excavation type work. Where that, yeah, I can see all the tractors up there now. Where that golf course was, that golf range. And they're going to be building, I think it's senior living facilities. Like apartment type thing or whatever. I wish that golf range was still there. Now this is Scenic right here. This is definitely Scenic. Time to break out the alternate video for some scenic views. Alright, so there's that bend in the trail. Alright. And there's that bend in the trail. Yeah, this is a nice section right here. And I can see that construction over there. Well, this trail is slanted. It's kind of hard to walk on. Alright, so here's that South Park connector. South Park connection to Montour Trail. Trail length 2.4 miles, maximum slope 15%. That's not for me. Here's somebody. Oh yeah, some guys want to. All right, let's keep moving. Here's those girders. I mean, these ones down here look very similar to the ones down at Route 30 in Imperial, PA. These are not as tall. The Imperial ones are tall. These are fairly tall, but not as tall. Sometimes you see the real low ones, and that one in Imperial is super tall, man. It's like 7 feet tall or something. Well, here's all this construction down here. There used to be that golf course up there. A golf range. Wow. Hi. Alright, so here's those girders. Lots of graffiti on these, jeez. It's crazy. Wow. You see all the work they're doing up there, boy. It used to be a golf range. Hi. Let's get a selfie of this, I guess. There's that hillside up there. It used to be a golf range for years. I think that was there for decades. I don't remember how long. I read an article. I don't know how long. It was like since the 1960s or something. Well, they're just making that super high up there. Now that reminds me of that thing when they built that Walmart, or tried to build a Walmart up on that hillside, and then everything collapsed. Man, look how high up there that is. Wow. All that dirt. For almost a mile. There's that place to the left over here. It has all kinds of dirt, rocks and dirt and stuff for sale. Well, so much for the golf course. So you can see like golf balls down in here. Okay, here you go. Fox Lane now offering off-site appointments. Fox Lane. There's that place. It's got all these different kinds of rocks, different bays of different gravel, different varieties. Hi.
Hi.
Mile marker 37. Alright, so we started out, it was mile marker 36 by that PRT station. I got 1.05, yes, that's about right. Feels like I've come further, but really not. It's interesting. There's all kind of dirt over here too. They sell just about everything, huh? Look. Let's get a little feel for that. So there's that place. They've got some kind of a message on there. Okay. So there's a bunch of soil and then all kind of different bays with different types of rocks, gravel and such. I smell something like a burning wood or something up here. Well, that's strong. Whew. This like burning's coming from down there. Makes it hard to breathe. There's a gigantic pile of soil straight ahead. Oh, I see. Okay, that smoke's coming from right over here. Yeah. I guess they burn the scraps. So right there, you got your scrap burn. Pollution. I heard somebody coming. Somebody's walking behind me. Hi. This little valley right over here. Let that lady go for a little bit. I don't want her on my video while I'm walking. That's a really nice shot straight ahead of me, but that lady's in the way. I want to wait till she's out of the shot. This section with these trees right here like that, it's very similar. I say it every time I'm here. It's very similar to that up there at when you're coming down from where is that? Peters Township down to the PRT station. But you're coming down that one hill around Churchill area. That straight ahead looks just like it. It's got this real nice wide trail right here. I'm hearing some animals or something over here. Could be something nasty going on over there. Kind of rats or something down there. Alright, the guy's coming now. There's that video, there's that section straight ahead. That looks so beautiful. I'm just taking my time, man. I'm kind of tired. That's so scenic. Straight ahead. I wonder if I'll see those people. Those two grandparents. They have twins, and one pushes one and the other pushes the other twin in strollers on this trail. I've seen them twice last October. One time I was coming down this way, right after I crossed Brownsville Extension, I saw them. And also saw them another time down there at Trip Hammer. Cute little babies, little twins. This is all downhill, which is great, but I have to come back. So it's not going to be so much fun coming back. Hi. Hi. There's Brownsville Extension, goes up that way. The road. It's down here, we're going to meet up with it, but it goes up this hill. There's all this runoff down here. Oh well. Yeah, there's a trailhead right here. It looks kind of like dusty and dirty right at this trailhead. Huh. Well, this whole valley has all these sewer lines everywhere, sticking up out of the middle. Guess it gets really flooded down through here. So here's that trailhead at Brownsville Road extension. So it says South Hills Friends of the Montour Trail meet. Alright, there's that sign. They got one of these book things. Not too many books in there. And then there's a sign right here. Stewart Road, .8. Piney Fork Road West, .3. I'm not going down to Piney Fork. I'm too tired, so I'll just go right up to this road and stop. What do we got? We got about 1.5 miles. So that's good. That's my average. 1.5 miles in one direction. See, 37 and a half. So right, boom, now 1.5. Right? And 1.4 now. All right, so this is Brownsville Road extension. Up there is Piney Fork Road, which to the right up there, and it goes turns into Peters Creek. All right, we're gonna turn around right now. You got 1.5 miles. .5, 1.5. You know, one time in October of 2024, I did the same exact trip, and I went started at the PRT station, went all the way down here, then I went all the way down Piney Fork to Piney Fork West, then I went all the way down to Trip Hammer West, and I climbed up the hill of the Trip Hammer, and went down the other side and went down to Trip Hammer East. And when I got back, it was almost 6 miles total, and I was so exhausted, and it was so hot, man. It was like, I don't know, like 85 degrees or something. Interesting water down there. There's a little pier in the middle there. Guess there might have been a little footbridge or something across here. Interesting. Well, that trail was slanted, so it's hard to walk on. Hi. This is massively scenic. Massively. One of the first times I ever came on this, I saw a snake right in here somewhere. Big snake came right out on the trail. Now, let's blow that up ever so slowly. Scenic. See Nick. I don't know Nick. Who's Nick? This trail like slants and drops off a little bit, so it's kind of hard to walk to the right here. I like it's wide though. Used to always see this place over here to my right. We would go to eat at Pasta 2 restaurant, which is right at the beginning of, right on Route 88, right near the beginning of South Park, that Corrigan Drive. So when we were done eating, we'd head down through the park, sometimes up behind, like up on the hillside, or down through the middle. And then we'd go all the way through the park, and then we'd turn right at the end of Corrigan, and we'd come down on Brownsville. Is that Brownsville there? Yeah, I think it's still Brownsville Extension. Yeah, Brownsville Extension. And then we go all the way down to here, to where I was, and we'd come up Brownsville, which is straight ahead, and always see this place right here. We do that for years, man. Sort of like a scenic drive after you're done eating. Go for a nice ride with my parents. When I was so many years ago. I remember the last time we went there together. Probably around 2012. Then, after my dad died, I'd go with my mom. We haven't been to Pasta 2 with her since probably about 2016 or 17. Maybe 2018, I don't know. This is 2026 right now. Yeah, this uphill ain't that good for me. Just checking out how those trees bend right there. Interesting. Growing out of the side of the hill and curving over. You get a lot of landslides around here. Right. Boy, that traffic is all backed up. So I got that single lane road by that construction. So see the traffic's backed up over there, straight ahead of me. Good thing I'm on the other side of that. I'm up there at the PRT station. What kind of temperature are we talking about now? Huh. Still looks like it's about 65 degrees. The latest thing now is that shooting over the weekend on Saturday at that White House Correspondents' Dinner. And the first thing that happens, naturally, there's all these people online saying it was a hoax, it was staged. I don't think so. But it sounds like it's pretty lame ass that guy could make it down there. Staying in the hotel to begin with is stupid. That they allow all that. I mean, they have it there where you can do that, right? It's crazy. It should be a secure site. But anyway, the fact that guy was able to get down there, traveled across country from California on a train with his, guns and ammo, checked into the hotel, just going about, just go anywhere you want. So we were just at 37.5, and now we're at 37 mile marker. See? 0.5. So we got one more mile to go to get back. I don't know, I thought it was so cool when they used to have that driving range here. But now, more building. See straight ahead of me, those cars are stopped because of the one-lane traffic thing. Because of that construction. So there's a guy turning around in the middle of the street. I hate being stuck in those. I thought it was so beautiful to see when you come up here. You see that golf stuff. It used to be just so interesting and so fun. But now, there's this gigantic hillside up there. And they're going to build senior living facilities. Boy, that's nuts up there on the top of that. They're building all that up there at the top of the hill. All those drains are putting in up there. The sewer lines. Wow, a major deal. Alright, so here's these girders. These definitely are not as tall as the one in Route 30 down in Imperial. Same thing, that concrete on the floor here, base of the train tracks. Get a shot of this. No additional camera. I'm just saying, let's take a look down there. In memory of John W. Snee III, who walked this trail daily, now walks in our hearts. Interesting. Hi. Interesting thing about this is this section is in just a short mile or mile and a half. You see so many different varieties of the trail, different types. It's great commentary. I really want to get back to the Greer Tunnel again. But, like I said, I got to get a good parking spot at that one trailhead. And if I got a tandem bike shop, I can get a good spot, but I don't really like it up there. Tandem. Like last Friday, I was at Burgettstown on the Panhandle Trail. I'm really surprised that they paved that parking lot, that trailhead parking lot there. That's beautiful. That's what we want to see. Paved parking areas. Given that they did that on the Panhandle Trail, I wonder if some of the other trailheads on there are paved too. Like the one that would be nice is the one right down in the center of McDonald. Even that one near Primrose, on that one corner of Fort Cherry Road or whatever that is. Noblestown Road and Johns Avenue or something. Paved trailheads are good for me. I love it. Keep your car nice. There's a lot of uphill there. Now we're going downhill. Here comes Stuart. It's a nice looking field over there. Some more bikes. Hi. I almost went out in the middle of that. Do not block gate. Emergency vehicle access. Alright, so here is Stewart Road. So I remember the first time I came out this way, this is all new to me, this here section near Brownsville. I was down at Piney Fork West. I came all the way up to here, and the guys were working on this section right here, working on this little overpass. And then I came back, I don't know, a week or two later, and this was all open. They didn't have the grand opening for a little while, but it was open to use. Eventually they had the grand opening, I think it was late August or early September of 2024. But the trail was open. This is great. Now we're coming to the section where there's no shade. In 2023, I remember coming down from the PRT station right there to the Wood Street up here, and then there was nothing here, and just turned around and went back. But they started working on this in 24, and who knows, there could have been a little pathway to go down here anyway, unofficial, before they put this crushed limestone in. There's that waterway over there. This is where you can see that really cool, the waterfalls. Yeah, that looks nice from this angle. I love seeing that right there. Hi. Well, I've been doing this new diet thing for about, I don't know, I guess about a week and a half or so. Almost 2 weeks. And I've lost a lot of weight. Just because I'm not eating as much, okay? I'm not pigging out. And I'm not eating the same kind of junk I was eating before. All that cheeses and chips and stuff. greasy chips. So there's a little keypad entry for security, and open the gate for your storage. Still got about a half a mile to go. Alright, so this is Wood Street. And here's this little pathway to the right. I see, people must take their bikes through here. It's a nice little pathway, actually. Real narrow it's narrow for a bike. It's good enough for a bike. That wasn't like that when I first started coming here. I mean, there was something you could walk through, but it wasn't like as well-defined path as it is now. A bike trail. To the right, this is kind of scenic, but the roadway's right up there, Brownsville Road. It's still pretty cool. It says it's 66 degrees. Interesting hillside over here. There's a little section where some weeds were cut down. There's some ducks flying across. Did some zigzagging around to get here today. Reason is, I would have taken a more straight approach to come over from 79, south, head over, eventually hook up to Clifton Road, which is a nice road, cuts through, come down here. But what I was trying to do is go see that other trailhead down at Valley Brook, Route 19 South there. So I kind of went through Lawrence just to see that. Then once you're down there, you got a choice. You can come back up Route 19 a little bit and cut over to, there's that Johnson Road and stuff. You can cut over to McMurray Road, and then you could go over to Clifton that way. But it's dumb. You kind of like got to go further south, and then you come back north, and then south again. Or you just kind of keep going straight over. There's no real good connecting roads to take you from, say, like once you get to McMurray over to here. So you get down Bebout, Valley Brook to Bebout, and the only thing I do is I cut through Peterswood Park, come out the other side, zigzagging around a little bit, and come out on Churchill Road, and then come down 88 from there. But lots of twists and turns. It probably would have been simpler and easier to just go back up north a little bit, then get on Clifton and come south. That's where they need to build that road, that 4-lane expressway that connects I-79 over to I-43, which is never going to happen. It would make life so much easier, though. I'm getting tired now, yeah. Got 2.7. Still got 0.3 to go. Whew. My muscles are killing me. It's really pretty, though, looking up at that sky. Since we're taking a break, let's do a little panoramic shot. So we're over here. There's Brownsville Road over there, right? Let's go real slow. Here's the trail. There's that skyline. All the way up there. Now let's blow it up a little bit. Looks like you're out in the mountains. I wonder what they're going to do with all those ties they've got over there, those wood. It looks like some kind of I really don't know what that is. Those look like railroad ties or something. But there's the Summit Tunnel. The Summit Station Tunnel. And that's like one of those Oriole birds, Baltimore Orioles. I missed it. Now here's an uphill ramp This looks like it's going to be about 4% slope. Hi. Hi. This is where that Summit Station sign is, on the side of this bridge. Can't see it from the bridge. See, that always bothered me. It says April 2019 is with the date of manufacture. But I could swear that this was here before that. Maybe not, though. Yeah, I guess I'm thinking about when I used to come here with my mom and dad down this road. I guess this was not here at that time. There was something here, but not this. And then this was 2019, so I remember when I came here with my mom. That would have been the summer of 2019. We came here quite a bit. We were heading down to at that time we were going to Armstrong's down in Casti Village, and then we'd come up through here. Let's get a drink of water. I'm thirsty. Back on this crushed limestone. And I can see my car. Alright, so we're going to cut through this grass. We're going to be real careful where we walk, though. You don't want to step in a crap, you know? It's real hard to see what it is that you're stepping on. Okay. Let's clean these shoes off a little bit. So there's the vehicle. Looks pretty good. Haven't been washing it for a while, but it still looks good. Alright, so now we're going to be signing off. We are at the PRT station in Library, Pennsylvania on Monday, April 27th, 2026. Signing off right now. Bye-bye.